Okay. Bit of an awkward setup for me. Seeing as my drawing monitor is not in the same direction as my microphone, so whenever I want to talk, I have to like turn to the side. But we'll try this. We'll try this. This is also part of the reason that I'm going to be using a VTuber thing for this particular stream, because otherwise you're just going to be seeing like the side and or back of my head the entire time. And that's gonna be a no bueno. All right, let me just make sure this is properly set up. And where the hell I put my drawing glove? I don't do a lot of art streams. I've done some in the past. I don't do a lot. Okay, all right. I think we're doing good here. I'm not gonna put the fan on me, or all you're gonna hear in the microphone because of the way it's positioned is just like a, and you're like, what the fuck? You're in a wind tunnel. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. All right. Everything seems good. No drop de frames or anything like that. We're doing good there. Let me make sure this is on. Just restarting this bit. Okay, good. A little bit of a refresh. As far as I know, everything is Gucci. Everything's stable. All right, there we go. Yeah. All right, and let's go to the here. Here we are. Oops. Huh, I forgot to turn Moonbeam back on. I had it shut off the other day because of what I was doing. There we go. Because I ended the stream by doing a bit of a review on the Alien RPG. So I had to turn Moonbeam off because it wasn't MCG related. And then I realized, I just realized now I'm like, it's still turned off. Okay, now I'm streaming on all three platforms. So I'm streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and now Moonbeam is turned on. I'm a bit of a dunce. That's fine. Whatever. All right. Once again, I'm going to be probably a little quieter than I would normally be. And my voice might sound a bit distant because once again, my drawing setup, actually here, let me see if I can move my drawing monitor a bit. Normally I draw, I'm like turned away from my, it's to this side. I'm turned away from my setup. But maybe I can rearrange things just a little bit. With hopefully not dropping or destroying anything in the process. All right. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. All right. There we go. You can still hear me, I think. So, once again, I'm going to sound a little bit distant, but that's about all I can do. So let's make sure this is all working properly. Yeah. There we go. Perfect. So, for anyone that, I guess I haven't really showed off any of this because I just got it approved from Monica Games to do it. So this was basically like, I sent them a bunch of rough sketches. And this was like one of them. Obviously, like that looks like shit, but that's the rough sketch, right? So, and then, I mean, this is just my junk folder. As I go through and I'm like doing other things and redoing stuff, this is the folder I get. But this is my junk folder. But now I've got this. And so I've got most of the line art done. I might retool a few things here. Also, I just realized I forgot to do like a bit for his backpack. So this is like the big outlines. Well, I gotta do a couple of things here. I'm gonna add a little bit of a backpack in the background. I'm like covering my mouth. You can't fucking hear me. I'm gonna do a bit of a backpack in the background, and I'm gonna retool. I don't know if I want to keep like see it's like thick outlines. It helps differentiate it, and I think it'll look good on a t-shirt. But I think when eventually, like when I spread just like the digital version of it as part of the CypherCon stuff, I might like remove that and just keep this and just make it refined. I'm kind of doing like 2 levels of rendering on this. One for the t-shirt that's just going to be more bold and easy to see colors because it's a t-shirt, and then one that'll be a little more detailed that'll be like just the digital version. Maybe put it in like a wallpaper or something. I don't know. Let's do a backpack first. Shall we? What's this? Yeah. Okay. And then I gotta like, you'll notice I just did a quick fill for the white bits here. So I still got some like, I got some stuff I gotta fix. You see like, I didn't set the settings right for it doing the inner bit. So I've got to go through and clean that up as well. That's fine. It's already on 12. Let's give him a bit of a backpack because I gave him like backpack straps. I didn't give him like a backpack. So let's just do something real simple here. Let's say here, let's not have this on white. Cancel. There we go. That's better. So let's we want something interesting here. Let's do say like this, and then we'll say like stitching. That looks pretty good, right? That's about the same there, and then we'll say like I had stitching going on. No, oops. Let's do this. Okay, nice and simple. I just want to add a bit of a backpack thingy there. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna just get rid of this bit. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna add. Is the bold? Yeah, it's the bold. Okay. There we go. The bold bit for the backpack for on the t-shirt. And there we go. He's got like a little bit of a backpack thing there. I don't know if I need to do anything here on the shoulders because it would be kind of hidden by his body anyways. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. So this is pretty much the line work done. I think now we can start into our base colors and then start working on specific rendering. But first, we got to finish this base because the way I do it is I do a solid base and then I'm going to make a folder with a mask in it so that everything in the folder only goes within that mask. And actually, I might do two folders of masks. I might do one for the portal itself, and then I think I'll do one for the person. Come to think of it. Yeah, maybe I should do that. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to do a thing. This. Okay, yeah. I'm going to get rid of this mask. Or, well, it will be a mask. I'm going to do a thing here to make this a bit easier. I'm just going to use this as a tool for a second. So we're going to duplicate this, get rid of this for a second. We are just going to, actually, where's my other? We're just going to close this in. What do you want, phone? I'm busy. Oops. Okay. And then we're just going to just close all these breaks. And it's not super important in Clip Studio. When I do the fill, I can adjust like how big of a break it will accept. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so this will give us 2 outlined areas, one for the person, one for the background. So when I do this and this, shouldn't have that big of a close gap. Why? What am I missing? Oh, it's right there. Okay. Oh, bitch. Okay. That should be it. Right? Right? Okay, that will do. That'll get us white. Oh, no, I'm missing a gap there. Where, son? Whatever, do it like that. Whatever. Okay. Oh, I did it. I did it on the wrong layer. I was like, why is it deleting into it a bit? Wrong layer. Okay. All right. So that will get us one that's just going to be the portal. And then what we'll do is we'll do a second one. And this one is just going to be the person. And that looks pretty good. All right, so that gets us 2 masks, or 2 what will be masks, anyways. So we can get rid of this, bring these back. Now we've got one for the person, which I got to clean up a little bit, and we got one for that. And there's white there, and I don't know why. Oh, there's some white on this layer. That's not right at all. Chip biscuits. Okay. I don't know when I did that. Okay, good enough. Close enough for government work. Good enough. Okay, phone. What do you want? What is going on? Emails from who? Nothing important. Oh, it's starting to get warmer out there. It's like 22 degrees. Okay, all right. So let's refine these bases a little bit. I already saved. We can get this closer. Let's refine these bases a bit, and then we can start actually doing the coloring. This is an important bit because this way it saves me a lot of work. I don't have to worry about staying in the lines. Everything they tell you in grade school is wrong. You don't have to stay in the lines. The program will stay in the lines, damn it. That's not bad, actually. A little bit of refinement. Bit around the crotch. Around here, here. Not bad so far. Oops. Oh, there's some shit. Oops. All right. I'm so spoiled with digital. Like, sometimes I kind of want to go back to like old school, like getting my sketchbook going and shit like that. But like, I'm so spoiled. I'd miss my layers and undo function. There are some things that you can replicate pretty good in digital, but there are some things that I feel like the physical medium, you can't replicate it. Not perfectly yet, anyways. Oops. All right. Let's check a few things. Oh, it's too many mouse cursors. There we go. I'm just paranoid because the one day restream like didn't show me that chats were happening. Now I realize like this is a random time in the middle of the week. Like I'm unlikely to get very many followers, or not followers, viewers. But just in case, I'm always paranoid because there was like people chatting and I'm like, no one's chatting. And meanwhile they were chatting. And I was like, oh fuck. This should actually be a thing. Oops. Too much. And I do believe we're done. All right. There's his outline done. I'm just going to do a thing for the center. Make sure there's no wonky. Sometimes you get like wonky weird gaps where the lines were and stuff. I can scooch some of these in a little bit. I'll scooch. I don't know why I said that. That was awkward. Like there's a little bit there. Okay. So this is going to get our mask for the main person. Now we got to do this bit. Really? There we go. Yeah, I missed like whole chunks of it here. I mean, there are settings I could use to like help refine this a little bit, but one, honestly, it's sometimes the settings still screw up and you got to go through some of this anyways. And two, I mean, I just enjoy doing it by hand. I mean, it's some of it is, to me, is just the process of doing the art is fun and relaxing. But like, well, I don't want to take too many shortcuts. Still haven't figured out what I want to do for the rendering for the graphics for the portal. I'm thinking like Stargate-esque in a way, like watery, like I don't know, like blue. I really want like like when I do this, I really want like a soft blue glow or actually maybe like a harsh blue glow, actually more like as a like around his body, and then maybe a bit of a soft glow after that. So we'll do a really light like bright cyan one, probably with a glow effect around the edge of the body, and then a little bit of a soft glow. And then I think I might have another, I kind of want to have some sort of like a red light source or something coming from a different direction to give him a little bit of a fill light. I haven't decided on what yet though. Still trying to figure that one out. Yeah, whatever. Back to this. Now you probably noticed that like the background I have as like the default layer is like this off gray, like it's not like a true gray and it's kind of off, like that's on purpose. I just prefer to work on it so that if I say I do, sometimes I don't delve right in the color, sometimes I'll do the shadows first, and having a more neutral background is a lot better when you're doing that lighting, because then you've got a spot to do lighter values. Because like if I have the entire thing white right off the bat and I decided to do just shadows, like it's just a grayscale image, I'm already topped out on my light. I can't get any lighter. So by having a neutral tone and to start with, that's when you can have more space to work around and more space to play. I just know I'm gonna miss some. Whatever. Let's go around his body and then we'll go around the whole of the ring first, or second. Now, especially when you're drawing, because you don't know if it's going to go in print. In this case, I do know it's going to print because it's going on a t-shirt. You always, like, I don't think you realize how big you need to draw it. Like, this is, what is this? This is, like, this is the 100%. Like, if you were looking at it digitally, like, this is the 100%. It's pretty big. And, like, you don't start seeing pixelation until, like, that's 200%. So like when you look at this where it's comfortable on a monitor, I mean that's only 27% like size. But my brain's dead. My brain is too smooth. All right. I think that pretty much gets him done. So let's go around the edge of this. Oh, that is the wrong one. Wrong tool. Some there. I was debating on what music I wanted to do this to. It's like, I'm like, do I want adventuring, excitement? Hey, shouldn't you be working? Never mind, you are. I have words for you depending on who's on this right now. If you're Al or Anthony. if it's Al, you should get your partner to like stream their art process. You can do the stream bit for them. They can do the art bit. All right, I think that gets my base for that, but we got to make sure there's no weird shits in here. No, it looks pretty good actually. It's Anthony. Oh, well then you have a real job. You should be working. Who the fuck, what are you talking about? I need to learn to swear less. Good idea. I'll ask him. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. He could stream under the CU. Because, like, it's for, like, money, like, it's for Cypher. It's for CypherCon. I think it'd be pretty dope. All right, that gets us our 2 masks. Which is exciting, because the next part is we can start doing actual color. I know that part doesn't look like I did much, but trust me, I just made my life a billion times easier. Okay, all right. So what I'm gonna do is these are gonna end up going in my junk folder when I'm done. But for now, okay. So this is going to be. What am I doing? There's an easier way to do this. You shit. All right. So that one's in junk. And then we do another one. And into the junk. So I've just made my life easier. Because, and especially as I do the glow for like the dude and everything. Say I'm like, I want to paint something. Now, it doesn't go outside of the mask that I've made. It's super easy. Now we can make my life so much easier. All right, let's start figuring out some base colors. Let's do his skin tone. I feel like he would have a little bit of a tan of some kind. That's a little bit too much. Right? Maybe? I feel it's not that it's too dark, it's that it was too saturated. No, let's start with saturate. I can always change it later. That's the beauty of working on layers. Whoops. Oh, it's because of that. 1 second. 1 second. That. There we go. There we go. Oh, wrong one. There we go. That's a bit better. Okay, and then we can just go in here, just get rid of this bit. That might be a good. We'll see once I start getting the other colors and how I feel about it. It's pretty saturated, but it's not too bad. I might, depending on what I go for the hair and stuff, because he kind of looks like I feel like he's been out on an adventure. I feel like he's been away from home for a while. So I think like this isn't bad, but I think I might give him an even darker and more tanned look. He's been doing shit. He's seen some stuff, right? And then a little bit there, because I was going to have a little bit of his tummy showing. Is it? No, I'm going to keep that shirt. But just a little bit of his tummy there. All right, I like that. We're gonna actually be good this time. We're gonna actually scan. Okay, we're gonna actually label my layers for once. Do a little save. All right, now a big choice. Oops. There we go. Now a big choice. Now the hair. I'm thinking brown. Like a reddish brown. You know what? Maybe a reddish brown, get a little bit of gray in there. Like he's like middle-aged or something, just starting to go gray. I got a lot of hair to work with here. Let's try. We can actually work off of pretty much the same pad as the skin tone. Why is there a line here? What is this? What is this? Weird. Okay. Oops. Whoops. There we go. I don't know what that line was. I must have just, like, when I did the cheek thing, I did a bit of a cheek thing there. I don't know why I did the cheek thing there. But I must have just, like, maybe it was a random line, because that doesn't seem like it was planned. I'm like, why do I have that there too? Oh, that looks better. That must have just been like an accidental line that I didn't notice. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Okay. Have to do some touch-ups in a few areas. Oh, okay. So far, so good. Oh, see the mask? I missed bits of the mask or something there, eh? Yeah. It's like I colored it in and nothing happened. There we go. He's looking like a person. That's good. Fix up some there. We missed a bit of skin, so we're just gonna do that. What do you want, watch? And my watch is like, time to get moving. No, I'm doing shit. I'm busy. So, you know. All right. Oh, I already saved for me. Save often. Okay, I think the next step we're gonna do is gonna be the whites. Let's layer this, or label this layer first. Hair. All right, let's do whites next, I think. And we're actually gonna make it just a little off white. And see, if we make it a little off white, then if we go pure white, it's sort of visible. It's more visible, obviously, in the digital of it. But yeah, I think that's all we're gonna need for the white. And you know, it's just best not to have it like a complete stark white if you can help it. What we're going to do, I'm gonna do this right now. Actually, while we're here, you know what? Actually, let's just do. Okay, let's label this first. White. Okay. Let's get it, the color of his eyes. I think I'm going to give him blue eyes. We're going to label this iris. I know terms, but whatever. It's easy to remember. Let's give him. I'm thinking. No, lighter than that. Yeah. Maybe even lighter. What do we think? We like the blue. I think we like the blue. There's going to be a lot of blue on the outside. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Is his blue eyes? There's going to be blue on the outside. Because we could go back to a brown, maybe a lighter brown. An even lighter brown. I mean, the brown eyes give him a bit more of that, like, he's just your average dude. Like, he's not... Or we could give him like hazel. Oh, hazel eyes are pretty nice. And it stands out because, like, once again, we're gonna have a blue from the portal. The hazel eyes kind of stand out. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay. So we're gonna go back to the white for a moment, and I know it's not white, but we're gonna do a bit of a thing, just a bit of a thing, and we're gonna add just a little bit of red. Yes, okay. Much smaller than that, please and thank you. A little bit bigger. Now, obviously, this isn't going to come through on the t-shirt super well, but in the digital, we'll notice it. Yeah, I like it. Now we need to make a decision on what his clothes are going to look like. Because remember, we got this blue glow going on. So we want something that's going to go well with this blue glow. Now, I want to do blue glow, and I'm thinking of some sort of reddish bounce light. So maybe a neutral tone. I mean, he is sort of this rugged explorer, right? So maybe, so he's got like this scarf here, and then he's got a shirt, and then he's got these belts. So the belts, I think I can go a darkish brown, sort of similar to his hair, maybe even like a little bit more darker, but slightly desaturated. And then for the shirt, maybe we should give him like a light tan or sandy shirt, because that'll give us a neutral to go with the bounce lights and the rim lights. The scarf, we could do green, which would then we'd have multiple, like the different, we've had the blue, the red, and the green. Give us our RGB values. And then the pants, I might just do dark pants. Yeah, let's do the shirt next. Label it. This will be shirt. Oh, I didn't do his tongue. I'm gonna do his tongue first. Where do you spell tongue? Tongue. Okay, let's do his tongue first. We will do, let's sample this, make it redder and bring it down. Maybe more red. And how do we feel about this? More red. This. More red. This. There you go. It was a little bit too closer to the yellow side. He was looking sickly. This looks better. Like it. Okay, now we can do his shirt. Let's figure out, so we'll make it a little towards the orangey. We'll go like this. No, that is not good. For this, let's go desaturated but darker. Mama says no. That needs to be lighter. Oh, I think we're honing in. I think we're getting closer. I think that's pretty good, actually. Yeah, I'm liking that. Between this, like this color shirt and then the brown straps that we're gonna have, he's gonna have that bit of like the Indiana Jones feel to it. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Let's see if there's any little fix-ups we've got to do here. Like right here, for example. This looks good. And right here. Actually, that's probably the brown. Oh, that's the brown from the bag. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. And the beauty of it being on a separate layer is, of course, I can just change it later if I wanted. I could just like go and just like hit the color filter and just recolor it to whatever I want. So yeah, layers. The scarf, we were thinking of making that the dark green. Yeah, that's it for the base for the shirt. Let's do the scarf. Scarf. Okay, let's do this. We'll darken it and desaturate it a little bit. Maybe say about there. How are we feeling? We can saturate it a bit more than that. Okay, maybe not that much. Let's darken it a bit more. Make it closer to like a hunter's green. And I'm digging that. But now it clashes with his beard a little bit being too dark. So I think we are going to saturate and lighten it just a little bit so it clashes less with the dark beard. There we go. Now we got less of a clash here. All right, let's see if there's any touch-ups we need to do, like right here. And that looks pretty good. You know what prompted me to start streaming my art more often? Because I've been doing it, like, I don't always stream on these platforms, but I've been streaming it in places. There's been a couple times now I've done art and someone's like, oh, AI generated art, real nice. And I'm like, but I drew that. So I started streaming it. So there's been a couple times now someone's like, oh, it's just AI generated. I'm like, first of all, I guess my art's that shitty. And second of all, like, here's me streaming making it. I've got receipts. Like, although this one, like, it's usually my abstract black and white ones that get those comments. Something like this, I don't think I'd get that comment as much, especially once I start getting the rendering in and whatnot. It doesn't have that AI blandness, but something about the abstract, because I've done a couple of the abstract black and white where it's got that weird grungy horror vibe, and for some reason people keep thinking those ones are AI generated, just because, like, I mean, they're a little screwed up, but that's on purpose. That's the style and vibe I'm going for. So I don't know. All right. Let's do leather. Let's call that leather. We'll add some gray to his beard and hair and stuff afterwards, because I really like the idea of like getting some splashes of gray in there. But right now, let's do leather. I think, okay, we'll start on the hair so that we can move it maybe slightly more yellow. Do we want it lighter or darker? Might go a bit lighter. Lighter and more saturated. No, not starting to look like Popey. Maybe lighter, less saturated. Okay, what about really dark? No, I do want it a bit lighter. Well, there's some shirt missing. Desaturated would be nice. It is kind of realistic, but I want this to be bright and colorful in so many ways. Oh, this is supposed to be part of the scarf. Oops. How do I feel about this? That's not bad, actually. That's not bad. And his pouches are going to be the same. The clasps, I'm going to make something else. His belt, I might go darker for the belt. This will be the base leather color. Oh, okay. Let's fix up some trouble spots I see. All right. That's pretty good. Okay. We'll make the belt buckle the same color as these lines and these clasps. Let's do the belt next. Let's do belt. Okay, let's do the belt. I think the belt is going to be closer to his beard in color, and that's going to be slightly more red. We're going to saturate and even darken that more because it's far enough away from the beard. We're not going to get clashing. Oops. Might be too dark. We'll find out. Okay, that's too much. I like being reddish. Oops. That's not bad. And it's still a different tone than the other leathers to show that it differentiates. That's a little bit better. Okay, I just darkened and saturated it just a little bit more. Let's do some fix-ups here wherever needed. I think we're good. Oops. Okay, I think we're good. Now let's get the clasps. I'm thinking, because we've got a neutral color for the shirt, I'm thinking the clasps are going to go with like a yellowish, almost like it's like a gold or a brass. Why you no do? There we go. Whoops. Why you no do? Okay, let's do a couple of touch-ups, especially here. Oh, I'm an idiot. I forgot to make a new layer. Okay. New layer. I think this is the only metal, so we're going to name this metal. Let's try this again, but with feeling. Okay. You know what? I can just paint it in because it's just be easier that way. Just a few small bits anyways. You know, I think the construction guys are done tearing up my basement. It's been quiet for a while. You know what? Let's give him a tooth. Let's give him a gold tooth. Make it a bit bigger. It's got to be noticeable in a smaller distance. There we go. Why not? All right, that's good. That's good. I like it. Okay. We're gonna do the pants next. Pantsy. Pants I'm just going to completely desaturate. We're just gonna make like a dark gray, I think. We're gonna have to do this because there's gaps. There we go. Oh, almost looked like his fly was left open. What's that? Like, part of me wants to give him a deep brown pants because, like, you look at like an Indiana Jones type of thing, they'd be that. But I feel like there's too much brown here already. I can't do it. So I'm thinking I gotta go with the charcoal. I can lighten it a little bit, maybe. But I feel like it needs to retain the neutrality for the bounce lighting I want to use and the rim lighting, but it also needs to not clash with the brown here. So, decisions. Yeah, I like it. Get rid of these patterns for the moment. I don't know what I'm going to do with these discs yet. I want to do something to do. I want something to do with these being like digital and mechanic, like electronic looking, so that it doesn't just look like fantasy. Like you're like, is this fantasy? Is this sci-fi? Is this Numenera? Yeah. So, I'm going to render the portal effects last. But let's get like a base color in there just to see how much it's going to, how well these things are going to go in for clashing with this shit. So let's just portal. Because then if we can get a base color that doesn't clash too much, then we can know what color we're going to be starting to use for the rim lighting and bounce lighting. I want a cyan of some kind. I don't know how towards green or blue I want this cyan though. I'm thinking because of the green scarf, I kind of want it a little bit more towards the bluish side. Maybe a little lighter. Yeah, maybe something like that. I think now that I've put that in there, I don't like his skin tone. His skin tone is too desaturated now that I have that in there. Yeah, I don't like it. It makes him look like he's ill. Let's go back to skin. What we're gonna do, yeah, now that I got the blue in there and he's got the color of his clothes and then this shirt, all of this together is starting to make him feel washed out. So thank you. Much appreciated, Starheart Dragon. Little more pink. Here, let's start over on that. Little more pink. and just a little more saturated. Part of me wants to make him more tanned. Thinking of that. Part of me wants to make him more tan, maybe even slightly more reddish. I don't know why I'm changing these one at a time when I could have just been like changing the whole damn thing. Hey, thank you for the tip of the 300 moonstones. Much appreciated. Starheart Dragon on the moonbeam with the moonstones. Sorry if I'm sounding echoey. My drawing setup is not my normal streaming setup, so my microphone is like to the side of me. Yeah, I'm torn on this skin tone. But I think I'm liking the redder tanned skin a little bit more. Especially since the tan skin will give me even more contrast when I start putting in the rim lighting and the bounce lighting. I don't want to go any deeper than that because of his hair. Got the CPU and it's okay, and I did not even notice till you pointed it out. You didn't notice you tipped me? Thank you. How you not notice? Don't you have to like pay for that? I'm gonna stick with this for now. I like this. I like the darker, like the tanned, redder skin a little bit better. Because once again, like it seems like this guy's like he's an explorer. He's seen some shit. He's probably like tanned all to hell. Like he's been in the sun or whatever climate. Did not notice Mike changed. He said it was different. Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's good. That means I'm at least still audible. Because once again, I'm not actually speaking into the microphone right now. Like this is normally how I'm speaking into the microphone. This is how I'm speaking right now because my mouth is not that near the microphone. Yeah, I like this a little bit better. I think that's going to be the foundational color I'm going to go with for the portal. Let's get the base colors for the portal in as well, I think. I'm gonna do a fairly neutral stone for these stone bits. I'm gonna do something maybe like a brass for these this internal metal. And then I think for the stone bits with the circuitry on it, I kind of want to go with like a little bit of a greenish. Well, I appreciate it, Starheart. Are you excited for CypherCon in September? That's September, right? Yeah, September. Are you excited for CypherCon again this year? I think we're gonna have a lot of cool stuff. GM signups will open tomorrow I think we're gonna be doing it noon. I think it's Eastern time. I think Anthony's posting stuff about it soon, but GMs should open sometime tomorrow. Player signups won't be for a hot second because we got to give the GMs. We're giving the GMs like a couple of months to get in, figure out what they want to do. We're not planning it last second this time. We're being smart. Been working on adventures for the last month. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm excited. I might have to sign up for one of your stuff. All right. Let's label this one because I'm being smart and actually labeling shit for once. So stone. Let's get rid of this. Let's also turn off the things here. All right, so stone. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna have I think a very, very subtle blue tint to it. Just a little bit. That's too much. A little bit lighter, I think. And like, yes. Good. Yeah, I think that's the stone I want to go for. I even may have talked a friend into running at the con if work allows it. Oh, awesome. Yeah, it should be tomorrow that it opens up. Oh, son of a... I am looking forward to it. Really? There we go. Nope, don't want to color that. I'm running the normal 3 sessions a day and playing in 1. Oh, shit. So the sessions will work just slightly differently this year, just to give everyone a bit more time to organize. The sessions are planned. That you can go over it a little bit, but the sessions are planned for 3.5 hours. The blocks are still in 4 hours, but this way there's a half an hour leeway between the blocks to get into for like your next game, or if your game goes over just that touch or something like that. It's just to give everyone that little bit more wiggle room. I forget who came up with that idea, whether it was Anthony or what. I think it was Anthony. But I think that's going to make it a lot easier for everybody, especially if you're like in and or running back-to-backs. I like that stone. I think that stone is good. So what we're going to do for these plates, let's do green stone. There we go. Yeah, just subtle. I might make it a bit, let's do a little more saturation and a little darker. Even better. Yeah, we are on the ball this year for organization. Guess what? I don't have to run 14-hour days this year. I won't have to be there the entire time. And Anthony won't have to get up at like 6 in the morning. That is... There we go. Surprised you were not in a mental hospital when it was over. It was an experience. I can handle a lot. It's fine. I've worked some pretty stressful jobs and shit in my life, so like whatever. Why you no Phil? Oh, the mask is fucked. There we go. There we be. Also, he's missing a bit of his hair. There we go. Yeah, he's just missing a bit of hair there. Alright. Again, I run a heavy schedule and I get asked how I do it. Yeah, right? Like, we figure it out. We figure it out. For sure. I look forward to see what crazy things are going to be running this year. Was I didn't get to play in many last year because I was like busy. I'm hoping to actually be a player in a few more ones this year. So, because I don't think I got to play. I only got to play in like 1 or 2 I think it was 1. Because I think I ended up I started in Devon's Crazy Weasels and I got pulled out of it because like I ended up having to just like do other stuff. Like people needed me. It's like my people need me. I need to go. All right. I like that like green stone because when I put the circuit stuff back on, this isn't going to be the final circuits, but just gives me an idea of what I'm going to have there. The greenish is to give that feeling of a circuit board, even though it feels like stone at the same time. Yeah, I was. Oh yeah, you were in it with me. That's right, and I had to leave early. I was like, I have felt so bad. I was like, oh, poor Devin. I'm sorry, I have to leave. Alright, we'll call this one Grass. Okay, and we're gonna this. And we're going this. How do I feel about that brass? I don't know. You know what? Let's fill it all in and I can recolor it easier after. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel that's too saturated and too dark, I think. I think so. Maybe I'll do... maybe I'll do... I thought of greenish metal, but there's going to be this... Whoops. This, low... And again, got the other author's approval to run Vampire Earth as one of the adventures. This time planned out as a little better to run in 4 hours instead of 8. Oh, 8. Yeah, that is a bit chunky. So this year, once again, we're aiming for 3.5 hour blocks. And if you go over that a little bit, it's not the end of the world. Oops. But like you are still asked because of, you know, for everyone's time and whatnot, if you could please not go over that by too much because people might have other games to get to or something like that. How do I feel? How do I feel about that? I don't think I like that. Oh. I'm gonna do some moderation on Twitch. Ban. There we go. And gone. Definitely going to buy the shirt you make for CypherCon. Oh, thank you. Honestly, the other design that Al's partner is doing is also really dope. I've only seen the rough because I don't think they've gotten to that far into the refining stage, but that one looks pretty cool too. Theirs is more symbolic and abstract, whereas mine is just like a picture. I don't like this. Let's make it you know what, I don't know why I did that. Let's make it like darker. I said dark. Too dark. Yeah. That's helping with the contrast values a bit better. Because you're planning on getting CypherCon merch. You know, I've said that every year. I've yet to get any CypherCon merch. Every year, and I'm like, I want CypherCon merch, and I never get it. I think at one point, Dean had a hat and a shirt for me, but when he came by for a visit, he like forgot to bring it with him. I do kind of like the green. No, we're gonna actually might darken it more. We're gonna darken it more. There's gonna be a glow splash over it anyways, which is gonna lighten it back up more. I'm gonna rename this to Ring. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't want to clash too much. Like, I'm not going to do a contrasting value. All right. These little, like, binder thingies here, this is what I think I'm going to do the brass with. So, we'll just call it binders. Let's do brass for that one. Same color as this, basically. I mean, whenever you can reuse color to tie everything in. I mean, that's always it's a good idea if you could help it. Oops. There we go. And we're missing a little bit here. There we go. It's a little torn in the color of the ring, but it is going to lighten up once I get a glow in there, because eventually eventually what's going to happen, and we're going to, let's show, there's going to be like, you know, like a glow around it like that, right? So that is going to lighten it up. Yeah, I think I'm fine because as we get the glow, yeah, I think that's okay, especially when we'll probably do it like add as a glow, because this is gonna have swirly bits in it. Yeah, I'm okay with it after all. Okay, now we gotta start doing the important bits, shadows, and then some lighting. Shadows. The shadow knows. Okay. All right. So let's do a thing. Let's do a big old blob of black. Black with a very slight tint of blue. Okay. Ba 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 ba. No, let's do overlay. Nah, we're gonna do multiply. Or, well, yeah, you know what? We're gonna keep it a simple cell shade for this, I think. Okay. All right. So, what I want to do, let's do a thing here. Okay. What I want to do is so the main light source is coming from behind, and I'm also going to have a red light source coming from this way. This is going to be red. And then there's blue coming from behind. So those are the light sources. Doing the primary shadows, those are the light sources I need to keep track of. So the majority of the blue, because it's behind him, is going to be as a rim light, except for the bits like here and here are going to be a little bit more because of the shape of the body. Like around in here. The hands are going to be mostly in darkness because they're out further. Yeah. Yep, okay. All right, let's figure this out. So we have a red bounce light there, so we're going to... and it's not going to have much of a blue light there. What I can do is I can always go in and just, wow, I can't speak. Stroke. I can always go in and erase some of the shadows, of course. Both with a hard brush and a soft brush. I think for the t-shirt, it would be better to stick with as hard. You know what? I have an idea. That is not what I want. No, I have an idea. We're gonna do this the opposite of how you normally do. Hey, Shadowmane, how's it going? I'm going to make everything shadow, and I'm just going to delete shadow as we go. I think that would make more sense. We can refine these shapes after. I'm going to lessen this a little bit because this is going to be the mid-tone shadows. We are going to have darker shadows as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch this further than the rim light is going to go, I think. Because then the rim light just goes around here. Okay, backpack basically have no shadows. Okay. There's going to be some light from underneath. Okay, so we are gonna want, so some light's gonna be bouncing up. It's gonna hit his tummy because he's gonna have a bit of a tummy. I know, I feel called out too. Backpack has none. Oops. Oops. All right, we're getting there. Nope. Starting into the shadows like this is always one of my favorite steps. Like, this is when it starts to feel like a thing. You're like, oh wow, it's starting to actually feel like a picture now. Oh, okay. I'm gonna say this is gonna come up here as well. This one's probably gonna come up here. Because he's kind of leaning forward. I feel like there would be more. He would be getting a little bit more light from this thing. Thank you. Let's do a couple streaks in here for the shirt. Not much though. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. And then we'll do a little bit here. This is going to stay like that. We'll see. I can come back and like fix it later. Whoops. Okay, that is so it's coming up. So there'd be a shadow from his this little pouches or whatever the fuck they are. Because he's leaning forward. The vast got him. Yeah, because he's leaning forward, so you're going to be getting a lot of light there. It's the wrong way. And then so see some bounce on the pouches.
I used to have a job, but I got but she said she had enough. I used to have a car, but it got repossessed. It seemed the Lord had found someone he likes to test. I've lost all the man can lose, that's why I sing the blues. I used to have a home, it burned to the ground.
There we go.
I used to have a dog, now there's nowhere to be found. I used to have money to buy what I need.
All right. He's going to probably zoom. Thank you. It'd probably be a bit here and say like so coming down. There's going to be some. I feel like he's gonna have a little bit. So you're not gonna see. We're gonna see a little bit of a rim light, just a little bit of a rim light from the back here. But because he's leaning forward, you're not gonna see as much, I would presume. Maybe a little bit more on the pinky.
A sister and a brother who won't pick up the phone. I used to have friends who listened to my plight. Now they all stay clear.
Once again, these are mid-tone shadows. There will be darker shadows that we're going to put in after. These are just the mid-tones for now. What I'll do is I'll do the mid-tones, I'll duplicate the mid-tones, and then just like chip away at it even more. I think this method is proving out to be better just because there are so many deep shadows in this particular one because he's facing away from the main light source. So this one will be pretty heavy. So it's about there. Good music. I mean, there's not many forms of music I dislike, but there's just something about like blues. It's so good. Yeah. Yep. I'm a blues harmonic player singer when I have time. Oh hell yeah! It's just there's something about it. It's my happy place. Now, the shadows I'm doing right now are for the back lighting, but then I'm going to have to remove some more shadows for this upper right, like bounce light that I want to do. What I'll do is I'll just remove a little bit, but this way we've got some more lighting to fill in. Because otherwise, like, he's going to be very washed out, and we're not even going to know that he had, like, that what his skin tone was supposed to be, right? So right now, this is the backlighting we are focusing on. Let's bring this down just a little bit. When I get the shadowing in, before I start worrying about rendering details, like giving him the gray hair that I wanted to and stuff, I figure right now the shadowing's probably more important. Just to give me an idea of like where we're heading with stuff. All right. So that is the shadowing from the backlighting. Let's remove a little bit more for the bounce light that I want here. So what we're going to do is we're going to lose some more there. Just the tips of the fingers, because he is leaning forward, I think. Although this one's out a little bit. Maybe more from the thumb as well. Okay. We got this bounce light coming here. So we're going to have a lot less of this shadow. And we're going to lose some shadow here, which is good. Actually, on this side, we're going to lose some more of the stuff here. Okay, let's start losing some of this. Just a little bit here. A little bit there. This side of the eye. Bit of the eye. It's quite it's quite interesting trying to figure out where to put the shadows, because you kind of have to figure out the math and physics of it. Let's add a little bit. Let's get rid of a little bit more, I think. And actually, we're gonna actually add a bit of this back in. This is underneath it, because he is leaning forward. This should be more of like a rim light situation. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Bounce from the red. Okay, so red coming down, so we're gonna have even less here. Maybe lose a little bit more here. Coming down. Here. I think that's pretty good. All right. I think that's pretty good for today, because I do believe that I heard Lily getting up from her desk, which means she is on lunch. And we're going to go for our exercise for the day. But that's a good start. We're getting there. It's a good start. Oh. I'll tone down those shadows a bit, add a few more darker shadows, and then I'm going to add, once I start adding in the lighting, I think that's when he's really going to start to pop, and I think it's going to go well. So yeah, that is going to be it for me for today. I do believe tomorrow's Thursday. It depends on whether one of my clients, like Underground or Oracle or Mr. Trask or whatnot, gets back with the revision passes for the stuff I'm doing right now. Depends on whether I could do this again tomorrow, because I may end up having to work on client projects instead. And I'm really excited to do the one for Jess and Keith. For it's not Monica Games related, it's something else, but I can't talk about it because I can't talk about it, but I'm excited for when it drops, because it was really fun to work on. So hopefully that will be a thing soon. But yeah, that is it for me for today. And as always, feel free, if you like what I do, visit my Ko-fi. Drop a couple of bucks for this Canuck for some brewskis. I would super appreciate it. And you can visit my Ko-fi store, my drive-through store. There's stuff there as you want. Although more and more of my things I just post for free. Void Home stuff is the only stuff I'm really going to be charging from this point on. Anything new I release is just going to be free and just run off of donations, because screw it, whatever. And that's about it for me. You can find me on all of the places in my link tree. Twitter, I don't really do so much, but I do Blue Sky and, of course, Discord and all of that good stuff. So thank you, as always, for joining. And as always, stay healthy, stay safe, and have a good one.